Bakugan Brawlers and welcome to another Bakugan video. Today I'm gonna be showcasing my Bakugan BakuSolar collection. I'll first give you a few facts and information about the BakuSolar series, and then I'm gonna be reviewing each one of my BakuSolar Bakugan. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So first up, BakuSolar is a special treatment of Bakugan which has a bright orange translucent plastic. All of the attributes have the same coloring, only for a few exceptions on the secondary colors. In-game, BakuSolar functions like regular translucent Bakugan, meaning it gives you the option to either stick to your original Bakugan attribute or change your Bakugan's attribute to whatever your opponent's Bakugan is during a battle. BakuSolar was released during the second season, bakugannewvestroia, in the second B3 wave. First up, I'll be reviewing my Subterra BakuSolar Abis Omega. So I've gone through a ton of times reviewing Abis Omega, especially on my Baku Crystal showcase and also my Baku Frost showcase. I'll be going quick on the Abis Omega review. So first off, just want to show the details about the BakuSolar. So on the outside, Abis Omega has these stripes around its body since it is a sea serpent or sea dragon type of Bakugan, with the bottom being pretty plain and the top also being a bit plain, only showing a huge stripe whereas the front of its head. So this is Abis Omega in its open form. My Subterra BakuSolar Abis Omega has 530 Gs. And in the open form, you can see the very nice secondary color just shining over here. And since this is Subterra, the secondary color would match a regular Subterra Abis Omega. There's more stripes in the inner part of its body. And on the ball form, obviously, there is these two you could say tail extensions, and the manual part only being its top fin and its jaw. And not to forget to mention that its eyes are painted blue. Next up, I'm gonna be reviewing Pyrus Atmos, and for the next of the three Bakugan, I've already unboxed them in a video I've done almost 3 years ago. So this is Pyrus Atmos, obviously with the same coloring as the rest of the BakuSolar, but Atmos has these very unique zigzag design around its wings, so as its tail. The bottom shows that its feet is painted only in the toe areas. Under its neck, you can see an arrow right over there with its attribute symbol. And this is pretty much it for Atmos in its ball form. So when Atmos is popped out, it has a couple of manual parts, being its wing extensions and both of its feet. So this is Atmos in its full open form, a very flat but very wide Bakugan too, and it has 650 Gs, and you could see even the secondary color over here being green. Very few paint only, just in the inside part of its body. And as you can see, there's a few tiny specks of orange on its tip of its wing that could be considered as the secondary color also. Also a few more coloring on its eyeball, so as the horn, you could say. So this is Atmos in its open form, a unique type of Bakugan, pretty symbolic for the new Vestroia season. Next up, we have the BakuSolar Aquos Ultra Dragonoid. I've also done a bunch of times reviewing Ultra Dragonoid, so I'll be quick on this one too. So in the ball form, Ultra Dragonoid looks very similar to Neo Dragonoid, one of the most popular and well-known type of Bakugan, with its gem or core showing on its back and pretty simple stripes around its body, especially on the bottom part of his ball form. There's more details compared to the top. The top, you can see clearly his 3 horns, so his eye over there, both of his eyes on both sides, and a few stripes on his wing. But the most notable part is its core or gem on its back. So when Ultra Dragonoid is popped out, it has a very unique and detailed body. and its only manual part is its 3 horns on his head, and the rest of its body is basically automatic. And my Aquos BakuSolar Ultra Dragonoid has 510 Gs. So this Bakugan is obviously a toy exclusive Bakugan. It wasn't seen in the show, but a lot of people would mistake this guy for being the Maxis Neo Dragonoid, although being a bit different, especially on the bottom form. So when popped out, this guy shows a lot of the secondary parts, and since it's Aquos, you could pretty much see the secondary color being a emerald green color, shiny one, on his bottom wings and the tip of his top wings. His eyes are red on both sides, and his toe is painted yellow just like his horn. So this is Aquos Ultra Dragonoid in the BakuSolar version. And last but not least in my collection, I have over here Haos BakuSolar Stug. So on the get-go, you could see that Stug has a lot of design in his ball form compared to the other Newvestroia Bakugan, mainly being these huge thick jagged lines around the top of his shell and on the bottom where his feet is supposed to be. And the main detail that would give this off being Stug is that the 3 stripes on the top of his shell, or thorns you could say, when it's popped out. When Stug is opened up, it has a few manual parts, being his pincers and his 2 tiny feet on the front. So this is pretty much Stug's manual parts, and this Stug has 590 Gs. And obviously Stug being a pretty detailed Bakugan, in the inner part of its body you could see that its secondary color is blue specks and its eyes are red. And this guy is pretty unique, obviously being a Bakugan that is asymmetrical, with one arm being longer than the other. So it's a pretty unique design, especially for the second season of Bakugan, and obviously his huge shell on the back of his design. So a very nice and unique Bakugan, especially one of my favorite designs in the second season Bakugannewvestroia. Alright guys, we've come to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe and share for more awesome Bakugan content. See you in the next Bakugan video.